Sachin Pilot, election dates have been announced. 7 phases. How would you look at it, and what would you tell our viewers?
Well, it's a festival of democracy. I welcome the announcements today of conducting the Lok Sabha elections. People are looking forward to this election. They get to choose a new government, and I hope the election is conducted in a fair, transparent way. It's done to the expectations of our voters, because they're the most important part of this process. And I hope the speeches, the discourse, the narrative in the election remains to a certain standard that we can be proud of.
When you say a certain standard, are you directing at something? Go right at it.
No, I'm just generally saying that we should make our speeches, our manifestos, our utterances, and our public utterances in a way that is productive, is conducive, and it's not below the belt, demeaning, or unparliamentary. Because these things leave an impression in young minds when we say things.
When you speak of young minds, there's a lot of social media campaign that happens with memes and jibes, and I think that's more impressionable on a young mind, and all parties are guilty of it.
I know that's a evolved process of how social media and the internet has really become so pervasive in our society. So it's part of that. But I'm saying we as politicians must lead by example. We must attack each other, criticize politically on ideology, on governance, or administration, but not personal, not attempting to do character assassination, to score points, brownie points, today might hurt us in the long run. So I hope elections are fought on issues that matter to the people.
Yeah, okay. Issues that matter to the people, but when we actually speak of issues, I think that largely what dominates is caste, religion, community. Will we ever get out of that?
Well, I hope we do, because ultimately this country deserves better. It deserves a system where people are able to look at leaders, at parties, at governments purely in terms of what they can give as governance structures, and not polarized on caste, community, and religion. But our society is what it is. So again, like I said, the onus is on us, the leadership, community in this country, to lead from the front, and we should do that.
Okay, you're a young politician, and I think your routine will really motivate people. How despite a hectic schedule, exactly what you do to stay fit?
Well, I wish I did more. I don't do enough, but I mean, thoda samal ke khana chahiye, and try and do a little exercise if we can every couple of days. So I think it's always good to maintain that balance. Because if you can't look after what God gave you, one physical body.
No, but you need to get into detail a little. What do you do exactly?
No, I don't do very
fitness
much.
regime.
No, I try and exercise if I can, a few times a week, and I try and not eat too much. That's about it.
So eat less and exercise a little. What do you eat though? What's your favorite, rather?
Normal food, dal roti, South Indian, Chinese,
South
whatever.
Indian?
Yeah.
What in the South?
I like
I'm
idli
from the
dosa.
South, so excited.
I like idli dosa for breakfast if I get a chance. But I'm not a big foodie. I'm not fussy about food. Whatever served to me, I eat it up.
Yeah. All right. Okay. A final word to voters ahead of elections.
Well, I think, like I said, the most important piece of our election exercise is the voters. They should be the center and focus of everything we do. And I hope everyone goes out there and casts their vote, because if good people don't vote, then bad people might win.
Thanks very much, Sachin Pilot.